Hello and welcome once more to Hatoful Boyfriend. We are hopefully on the home stretch here. Last time it kind of surprised me with how long this epilogue is. So hopefully this time we'll finally find out the answers to all these mysteries and everything that's been going on. Right now we know absolutely nothing. Last time things just got even more complicated. So with that said, let's just dive right back in. I think two birds just got shot when they tried to fly out the hole in the dome. What is going on outside? How humiliating. It would seem that things are worse than we ever expected. If only I'd stopped him. There was nothing we could do that we didn't, Kawara. The last thing you need to do now is start mourning what we've lost. You don't intend to give up now, do you? No, I'm fine. We have to keep going. I think we should keep quiet about this to everyone in the gym. We can explain to them after we've figured out what to do. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. Our one chance to escape turns out to be a one-way ticket across the sticks. There's nothing we can do but search for clues inside the school. Where shall we go next? Let's go back to the maintenance office. Yes, don't give me a choice, just tell me where to go. Mr. One might have that file open. Very well. We return to the maintenance office and explain what outside, shouldn't that be what happened outside, to Mr. One. Like, as this goes on, the editing in the grammar and the text gets more and more shoddy. I have seen. I see. It seems that our worst predictions have come to bear their evil fruit. Our worst predictions? Do you know something? We can predict things without knowing that they will happen. Confusing predictions with reality can be fatal, young one. I've been wondering for a while. Mr. One, are you really just a maintenance worker? An innocent student was shot. I suppose it's time I introduced myself properly. Leone J.B.? I am Leone J.B., one of the greatest soaring wings in the Dove Party. S-Class agent. Pleased to meet you. The Dove Party? He looks like a cockatiel to me. I have heard of this Dove Party, a secret organization that advocates living in harmony with humans, correct? You are well informed, young one. It is a noble's duty to be well informed. I feel like I must have missed something. There are two schools of thought driving the politics of today. The Dove Party, who believe that we should live peacefully with the humans, and the Hawk Party, who believe we should exterminate them. Exterminate? But I thought the wars with humans were over. Do you really believe that everyone just decided to live happily together? Sadly, that is not how the world works. There are still many disagreements between birds and humans, and so the hawks and the doves have come to the foray. We discovered hawk activity at the school, and so I was dispatched to investigate. What we feared would happen has happened. Wait a minute, are you saying the Hawk Party has something to do with Pittier Nations? It seems hard to believe. This school is known for its tolerant policies toward humans. It even welcomed Pancakes as a representative. I cannot confirm or deny it, but there are a growing number of Hawk operatives attached to the school. The headmaster's secret file will probably answer some of your questions. Oh, you got it open. Thank you. That should speed things up a little. Let's look inside. The human representative. Oh, some answers. To help humans and birds advance hand and feather toward a bright and happy future, we have decided to enroll one human in the school starting in the year 2187. They will be the human representative. The pandemic has long since ended, but we must nonetheless be cautious of the risk of infection with Sumatra influenza when making our selection. We will pick a strong, healthy 15-year-old human who displays hereditary resistance to the Sumatra influenza. The human representative. This is talking about pancakes no matter how we look at it. 2187. That's when we enrolled here. Come on, let's read the rest. The chosen individual will be a symbol of human concession, to wit, a hostage for birds. If the representative is to die in the school, the entire campus will be sealed off, and all the birds inside will be given to the humans as prisoners. The seal will be lifted 12 hours after the death is confirmed, and the birds will be delivered to the humans. So who organized this? Because this is not a really fair deal here. The school will be declared an extraterritorial zone, and avian protests of any human reprisal will not be tolerated. If Oriana is to die, so her death was connected to the dome after all. And the important part is that final gruesome exchange. Basically, if anything happens to Oriana, the representative of humanity, then the entire school takes the blame. So it would seem. They trap us in here to give the humans time to honor themselves. The dome will open in a few hours, but what awaits us outside is a horde of bloodthirsty monkeys. How humorous. It's not humorous at all. So this was the true face of her enrollment here. I rather think this whole thing was arranged to widen the divide between humans and birds from the start. That's exactly what it sounds like to me. Like, those are really harsh conditions. Like, this is kind of doomed to fail from the start. Indeed, things here go deeper than we ever realized. As you know, the school's public stance is very liberal on the human cohabitation issue. In fact, the school's principal financier, the Ichijo Group, has been heavily involved in human charities for the past 20 years. I've investigated the history of St. Pidir Nations extensively, and I can confirm that it was founded with the ideal of coexistence with humans. But the Hawk Party's been sending agents here for a long time, eating away at the system.
Message coming in.
Like,
Action through.
that's my phone, sorry. Put this on silent. Okay. Like a dreadful virus. We have had information about this document for some time. It is real. It's kind of hard to take all this in at once. Just to make sure. For 12 hours, the dome will remain closed. During that time, humans will gather to take revenge, and then... I have not seen a single other human in this game. Like, how many humans could there possibly be in this city? When the dome opens, they will kill every bird in sight. And with that, another era of war between birds and humans will begin. That student who got shot when he flew out the hatch. There are already humans waiting out there with guns. She was discovered this morning. The dome was raised soon after. So the time is not from when she died, but from when her death is confirmed. The evacuation was about 2 hours ago? Yeah, it was right at the start of second period. Around 10 o'clock. And so we have until 10 p.m. before we're all killed. You seem awfully calm, Sakuya, even after watching some birdie get shot. Remain calm, Kawara. Do nothing but worry about what's gone wrong, and you'll be next. I do not know who did this, but they will rue the day they decided to tangle with a labelle. What time is it, Mr. Leon? Just past 2. We have only 8 hours then. 8 hours. We have to find an escape route in 8 hours, or we'll be killed. But if we go outside, we'll be killed anyway. Just getting outside isn't enough. There has to be another way. My dictionary does not contain the word impossible. We shall continue the investigation. You're very decisive, Sakuya. I'm glad you're here. Do not attempt to flatter me, Kawara. I'm not. I mean it. Blah. We found the connection. I almost choked. We found the connection between Oriana's death and the dome. There's clearly some sort of intrigue behind it all. I don't want to die without knowing the truth. We'd better go now. We have to solve this before we run out of time. You are a promising lad. If I were to give you a piece of advice, well, don't miss the forest for the trees. Don't miss the forest for the trees? Sakuya, there's one more file. Operation Hatoful? What is that? I don't know. That's what it says on here. Is this gonna like suddenly break the fourth wall? The bottom half is torn off. We can't read it at any rate. I don't feel like it has anything hopeful anyway. It's an awfully friendly name for a confidential document though. Stupid Japanese. Look, it's spelled hurtful. Whoa, it is. I thought Hatoful just meant heartful. Ooh. I didn't even, like... The title of the game, like, I never stopped to think what it meant. I never considered heartful or hurtful. I just thought it was, like, a Japanese word. I suspect that we'll find many of the things to come quite hurtful. Right. It was probably something important, given that it was in the locked file. Indeed. I hadn't heard of this hurtful thing before, but you might want to look into the school's history. The school's history? At any rate, the headmaster must have known what would happen after Pancakes died. The escape hatch was no doubt put in place to allow him alone to escape. Which means maybe he had a guarantee of safety for himself? I don't want to suspect an elder, but it does look that way. Everything going on here is connected. We may well find something of use in the records. Right. Let's go look at the school's documents then. I'm not the only Dove agent in this school. I'm sure the other will help you as well. Good luck, gentlemen. Okay, so the other agent is either the teacher or Yuya. Probably. I guess it could be the doctor, like I could have him pegged completely wrong and assume that his playthrough is like non-canon. Oh, I don't know. Time to go look for more clues. Maybe we should write in the notes first.
Mr. Leon said to investigate the school's history, but how? Where do we look? The headmaster's office, or the library, perhaps. We already looked through the headmaster's office. Did you see anything like school records or anything? I would have thought they would be there, but I don't recall seeing any. The library it is, then. Alright, time to visit Nageki. And the mystery we have left to solve is... all of them? The bloodstained stranger Okosa going into the infirmary yesterday. Exactly. What with the headmaster dying and an army of gun-toting bipeds showing up to turn us all into jerk chicken, and it all, I almost forgot about it. And the scarecrow, we still don't know where he came from. He appeared alone with the dome, and no doubt is connected to it. If we continue to investigate it, I'm sure his origins will become clear. And Pancake's gruesome end is the best clue we have. For now, we should forget the puppet and chase after the bloodstained bird. Right. When that's decided then, we'll go to the library and read up on the school's history and we'll look for that bird. It probably doesn't matter, but what should we do first? Got a choice? Library, look for the bird. Go to the library. It's probably best to get the intel. I don't think it matters. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter, but I'll get the intel first and then go on the hunt. The library. I wonder if Nageki's at the gym yet. Nageki? Who? I met him in the library earlier. He stayed behind. An unusually dense individual, to be sure. The library is a little ways away from here. We spent some time jogging through the hallways. I've been trying to ignore it, but the dim light makes the library even creepier than the rest of the school. That's because it's haunted! Getting hung up over little things in a time like this is a sign of weak nerves. Really? Well then, Where are the school documents? Probably not just where any birdie can look at them. They are probably somewhere in the back then. How dull. Come, let us search. Right. Books, books, and none of them what we're looking for. I was hoping it would be in this corner, but apparently not. And here, a line of incredibly dusty Eh? That's odd. There are 9 of them. Volume 6 is missing. Huh, that's weird. So, did some birdie misfile them? Anyway, St. Pidgeot Nation's history. It's not back here with the large volumes, so maybe it's a smaller book? It's not here. You never left? Is that a problem? Well, not really, but I told you earlier there's an emergency going on. I can't tell if he doesn't realize what's going on or just doesn't care. The records. Huh? Keep looking there, and you'll never find them. So you know where they are? Yep. Well, since he's here now, I imagine he basically lives in here. So it's hardly surprising that he knows where to find things. I don't have much time. Could you tell me where to find them? By request. Oh my god, Nageki, get over yourself. Request? You don't know what that is? He gazes at me with eyes like black holes of cosmic disdain. That's how I feel about every bird that looks at me, like they're gazing back with cosmic disdain. You can only get at them by request. They're not kept out here. Then where are they kept? Behind the reception desk, in the back. It's not locked, so go ahead. There are a number of bookshelves behind the desk, it's true. Thank you, Nageki, really. Don't worry about it. You've been mumbling to yourself ever since we split up. Please, try to remain in charge of your faculties, Kawara. Oh, sorry, I was talking to him. Talking? To the bookshelves? Surely there are better uses for your energy. No, Nageki was telling me where to find the... There's no one else here. Cease this bizarre monodrama. What is he talking about? Nageki is standing right next to me. It's not like he's behind a shelf or something. I was worried he was a figment of my imagination for a minute, but he just told me where to find the records. But, Sakuya, let's find out. Can I ask you something, Nageki? Yes. Are you... You're almost there, Ryota. You're almost there. A hallucination? If I was, that would mean you're asking a hallucination whether or not he's a hallucination. Yeah, that's right. It does seem a little weird. Does it matter? Maybe I am, or maybe I'm not. That doesn't answer anything. This doesn't usually happen. I've never been able to talk to a bird I've just met before. I think I will remember everything soon. What about you? Have you found the thing you forgot yet? How do you know about that, Nageki? Nageki, do you know something about that? Huh? He disappeared. The thing I forgot. That's exactly what the doctor said, too. Why did Nageki know about that? It wasn't just a coincidence, was it? Am I forgetting something important about all this? What if they're all ghosts? Would that be too much of a stretch? Am I forgetting something important about all this? I don't think I can dismiss him as just a hallucination. Request only books. This shelf? Looks like it. I see a lot of the same books as were in the headmaster's office. Chronology of St. Pidgeot Nations. This? Let's see. 2180, question mark. Founding of the school, same year. Ichijo Kitsugu, inaugurated as headmaster. 2180? Much more recent than I had thought. Only 8 years. I hadn't known either. Aside from that, it's all transfer student records and sports scores. Is there really a clue in here? Wait, Sakuya, look at this! 2183, medical center shut down due to fire. Medical center? Does this school have something like that? I don't think so. There was no mention of it in the student guide. I suppose it was never reopened. Does it say anything else? Right here. Damage from the fire. The book presents us with a new mystery, as if to taunt our inability to hold all those we already have. No kidding. A new sort of mystery. 2183 medical center shut down due to fire. Freshman Fujishiro Nageki died in the basement where the fire started. I thought he died in the library. I'm almost positive in his playthrough he says I died in this room in the library. Didn't I just hear that name? The exact same, but that's... Nageki died 5 years ago? Then what is the Nageki I keep meeting today? He didn't deny that he was a hallucination. Saki, you couldn't see him. Which means he's a ghost! A ghost? Don't say such dreadful things. It's unscientific. Tu dis des bella vernes? Is that Latin? I don't know. We're betting our lives in this search, you know? I won't have any occult rubbish brought into it. But I think he knew something. If he is the same bird, then he could be the key to solving this mystery. So you intend to rely on some invisible ghost. There are limits, Kawara. I spent some time looking for him in the library, but couldn't find him. He's always found me, rather than the other way around. I'll just have to wait for him to show up again. The blood-stained bird. Do you have an idea? I feel like I should. It's not something I'd encounter normally, but for some reason... Don't I know somebody like that? Do we know Angel in this playthrough? Vague as always. We do have a time limit here. We must not fall behind. I know. If I remember what it is, I'll say right away. Maybe Yuya was still in there? Let's go ask him again. He did say he was there until he returned home. If anyone went in, he should have seen them. However, he said that he saw nothing out of the ordinary. If what he said is true, then he was lying. Which would mean that the doctor was lying too. Very well. Yuya. Salutations. How goes the investigation? Well, just who do you think I am? Yeah. Unlike me, you're a very capable bird. Yuya, we wanted to ask you something. Oh? I'll answer anything that doesn't violate my privacy, so ask away. Did you really not see anything yesterday after school? I'm not sure what you mean. I thought the doctor and I already verified each other's innocence. We were in the infirmary the entire time. We talked to San earlier. He said he saw a blood-stained stranger going to the infirmary yesterday. Did you see anything like that? Nope, sorry. That's convincing. Could you be the blood-stained bird yourself? Yikes, no, as you see, I'm not hurt anywhere at all. Besides, he said he saw this bird going to the infirmary, not going into the infirmary, right? Yeah, he did. Anyway, I didn't see anything. There's not much more I can say. Right, Doctor? Yes, that's right. No one came yesterday. I don't think we'll find anything more here, Sakuya. Let's move on. Indeed. Did those two really not see anything yesterday? If there had actually been some blood-stained stranger, then that would mean that Yuya and the doctor are hiding something. I trust Yuya pretty implicitly, given his playthrough. The doctor, not so much. Interesting. Where do we... the medical center seems like a good place to go now. Indeed, where is it? That's the problem. I've never heard of it before either. It sounds rather large. I wouldn't expect it to be that hard to find. The record book said the fire broke out in the basement, and if the building was burnt to the ground, it would have said so. It should still be there then. Assuming it wasn't demolished. Are there any unused buildings on the campus? Unused buildings. Oh yeah, that old hall. Old hall? That's what we call it. It's by the back gate. It's not used for What's wrong? The school hasn't even been around for 10 years. What reason does it have for having an old hall? Now that you mention it, that is kind of strange. Come, guide me there. This is it. It doesn't really look like a medical center. It's pretty much the same as the main building, yeah. Looks like the door's locked. We shall break it down. You're starting to sound like a delinquent, Sakura. What? What did I say? Don't worry about it. We'd probably be suspended for breaking in here, but this is an emergency. We don't have a choice. We could be killed, or worse, expelled. It's awfully dusty in here. It has been left unused for 5 years. It appears that they didn't leave much behind. Everything's empty. I wonder if they cleared everything out when they sealed the building. This all looks pretty much the same as the main building. I was just thinking that. No new backgrounds. Ugh, did we come here for nothing? Let's look around a little more. Look, the store still has a sign on it. I guess it was the reference room? I do not relish the prospect of wandering about this mausoleum of schoolrooms, but very well. It's even dustier in here. The shelves are marked with dates. Perhaps they once held medical records. There's nothing left now, though. And Operation Hatoful. Huh? Among the rows of dates, sure enough, there's a shelf labeled Operation Hatoful. Empty as well. I would have been asking too much to hope to find anything anyway. Operation Hatoful. I wonder what it is. Who knows? Something put in place along with human representative business, so no doubt it was nothing good. Is Operation Hatoful connected to this medical center? What if it's the source of the mystery we're tangled in now? My head hurts. The only things left are, archaic medical journals. Huh? It's the encyclopedia. An odd place to keep one. Wait, look at the volume numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. What? Does this unpleasant arrangement hold some meaning? I saw them like this in the library, too. A bunch of old encyclopedias? Yeah. Can I look at these for a bit? Do as you please. The ones in the library had the same binding. And in the place of Volume 9, there's an extra copy of Volume 6. It's upside down. Hello! Look, this copy of Volume 6 has a library sticker on it. Perhaps it came from the library, then? Someone must have brought it here when the medical center was still open. They probably switched it with Volume 9. An unpleasant piece of mischief, to be sure. Yeah. The other volumes all seem as they should. There probably isn't anything in the extra copy of Volume 9, but maybe we should go see if it came from here. When we get back to the main building, let's go check the library. Provided it isn't a mere waste of time. We leave the reference room and continue our investigation of the medical center. We've searched the entire first floor and have yet to find what we're after. The stairs into the basement? Apparently, the fire that closed this building 5 years ago started in the basement. We haven't found it yet. The elevator doesn't have a button for it either. How do we get in? Perhaps we can't anymore. Huh? Look at that wall. The wall? It looks like a normal concrete wall to me. Don't you see it? Stupid peasant. But what about it? Think back to the building's exterior, in the second floor. There shouldn't be a wall here. It's small, but there's a space behind there. It must have been sealed off after the fire. Now that he mentions it, this wall is a slightly different color than the rest, which would make sense if it had been put in later. So the stairs are beyond here? It seems likely. Isn't this a bit much for cleanup of some fire? We probably won't be able to break this down. If we can't get in there, I doubt we'll find anything more of use in here. At least we found that thing from the headmaster's documents again. Yeah, let's head back. Uh-oh. Did you hear something? Yes, someone else just broke in here. This could be bad. We're in a dead end, with concrete all around. We need to get somewhere with a window, fast. Run! Yes. Stop. Ah, it's here! Oh, wait, calm down, Kawara. It's small. Oh, it's Angel. So it is. Too small to be the Scarecrow. Huh? Aren't you from Tutu? I am the Crimson Fallen Angel. Angel. Or Angel. Still haven't figured that out. It's probably Angel. I've probably been saying it wrong this whole time. Whatever. I knew it. The manga club boy from the class next door. He's famous around the school for being a nutcase, but what is he doing in here? I think I'm going to have a headache. Textoris Melodia Funeris. Who, me? Good for you, Kawara. He came all this way to give you a title. It's not good at all. I think my trouble will come of it. I don't know why you came here, Angel, but it's dangerous. We're supposed to be in the gym with everybody else, so come on, let's go back. I am not allowed rest. Not until I have fulfilled my duty. In accordance with the pact of old, I must seal you here now, Textoris Melodia Funeris, Undertaker. Undertaker? If that's it, then, So, the time has come at last. You're playing along with us, Ryota? I will not be stopped now, Crimson Angel of Judecca. Come. Oh, what? I gotta fight him? Angel, Crimson Fallen Angel appears. Angel uses Dark Void Shockwave. Oh, why is he attacking me? What is going on? Ryota's turn. Blue Moon Slash or Deathbringer. Okay. Ryota uses Deathbringer. 60 damage. Cease this jack-acting, you wretched imbeciles! Sakuya attacks? Ryota? What? He's attacking me! Oh my god. Ryota returns to his senses. Angel takes 295 damage? From what? Angel is shaken. What was that? Huh? I'm shocked, Kawara, to think that even you would go along with that farce. Yeah. What? He disrupted my territory. I got carried away by Angel before I even noticed. Influencing the very reality of his surroundings is a frightful power indeed. You, Luzon! What did you come here to do? After what you just did, I think you may be our prime suspect. I came here to do but one thing. I must follow the demon spores. A whole new variety of what the heck are you talking about? Perhaps you could explain in normal Japanese? Your dialect is somewhat opaque. I don't think it's just his dialect, Sakuya. The end is calling me. That is all. But this is the cross I must bear. He stares off into space as if gazing at something far away. Maybe that basically means that he's a thrill-seeker? So, are you a moth allured by the candle's light, Luzon? No, I am stained in crimson, clad in night, unforgiven. My eternal blood seal calls me to purgatory. Ah, more crazy talk. It's not exactly a blood seal, but that blood-stained chest is just the way Bleeding Heart's plumage looks. Oh. What is it, Kawara? Blood-stained chest. Sakuya, do you think maybe the blood-stained stranger San saw was... Angel, were you here yesterday after school? What were you doing? Battling minor demons of Baal, and following the demon spores. Could you rephrase that? Rufa, the Tree of Blight, called out to me. He's asking you to say it using words we understand. Hollowed Magician of White, your anger now. It is the power of the demon spores. I think it's the power of you, Angel. Bah, I must compromise. I was in the place the ignorant many refer to as the infirmary. I knew it. I think we need to talk to you. Come. And so we left the medical center, Sakuya dragging Angel behind him. This is the blood-stained stranger Oko-san saw. That's that, then. We need to know what you did yesterday.
Did you go to the infirmary? If I could, I would have. But only the Chosen One can stop the demon's spores. In other words, he didn't. Useless. The gate was sealed by the power of darkness. However, Edel Blau did venture within. Edel Blau? Who is that? Explain in terms known to sane individuals, please. The Apostle of the Blue Sky, Edel Blau. She also goes by Pancakes Oriana. Dun dun dun! Oriana went into... What? Oh, there we go. Oriana was in the infirmary yesterday, after school. But the doctor and Yuya said that no one came, and nothing happened. They're lying. Alright, how many classes are there? 5th class. We'll just keep rolling along. You are different from those peasants, Sakuya. You were chosen from the day you were born. You must remain conscious of this. Yes, Father. We are the chosen ones. It is our duty to guide the foolish common folk. Yes, Father. Look at them, crawling in the mud. There is no value in their lives. Were it not for our compassion, they would die as miserably as they live. Yes, Father. Their very blood is tainted. Their world is not yours. You must never speak with them again. Do you understand? Yes, Father. To Japan? Yes. You will be staying there for some time. Arrangements have already been made for your education. Remember, you must such as to bring honor to our family, Sakuya. Whatever that means. Yes, Father. Also, Dr. Iwamine is in residence at the institution you will be attending. He is a prestigious doctor. It would not be exaggerating to say that our current glory is in part thanks to him. Do not disrespect him. Yes, Father. For a second, I thought they were going to change to Saki's point of view. Alright, I'm going to save this real quick. Just in case I screw up. Angel saw Oriana going into the infirmary yesterday, and then the door was locked. The doctor and Yuya must have seen her. What happened in there? They must both be lying. Yuya has been helping us all this time, and I don't want to suspect him. But he's clearly been hiding the truth. Could Yuya be covering for the doctor? We don't know that for sure. The mongrel could be lying to cast doubt on Dr. Iwamine. It's not impossible, but from what we've seen so far, the most likely conclusion is that they're working together. Sakuya, you were the one who said we needed to remove our biases. We needed to solve this. I am aware. I want to go confront them now, but with only Angel's testimony, our evidence is a little weak. They'll probably slip out of it again if we go now. They're both much more eloquent than I am, and they'll try to dodge the issue, which means we need to search the infirmary. Do you intend to go in without asking? Yeah. The more stealthily we could do it, the better, right? If the doctor finds out, he'll come up with some way of stopping us for sure. Understood. I will go to the lab and keep them occupied while you search the infirmary. Thank you, Sakuya. A moment, gentlemen. Mr. Leone, I have something for you. Sorry for being late, I was somewhat delayed. What are these? The first is the massive key. It should open just about any of the simple locks in the school, and is as bright and massive as its owner. The other is a stun gun. If you need to protect yourself, use it. You will have more use for this than I, Kawara. Hold on to them. Right. Thank you, Mr. Leone. Maybe I should write the notes before I go to the infirmary. When am I gonna get to see these notes? Ugh. The hour of judgment has come. You cannot use the Dark Tree's power here. Return to the void, Wallenstein. Well, he seems excited. I wonder what the doctor's doing. Being slandered by Mr. Higure, as you can see. Please stop breaking school property, Mr. Higure. I have returned from Judecca to defeat you. As long as you live, calamitous sorcerer, the world will be wrapped in eternal despair. When he says things with such conviction, I almost find myself believing them. Please, that isn't funny. Yes, come on, Higure. Let's go back to the gym, okay? No, stop! Do not throw me out like some wretched doll. I suspect he has suffered from megalomania since birth. Megalomania? Whatever do you mean? Delusions of grandeur. Eschewing societal standards, he lives his life in the midst of some bizarre fantasy. Perhaps it is genetic. There would be no helping it then, would there? He is unusually active in the destruction of his surroundings, especially given his physique. Internal prejudice is a terrible thing, I suppose. He is no doubt exerting to the limits of his capacity at all times. The most dangerous part is his ability to bring his surroundings into his fantasy, though I seem to be less affected than you. And since, although I invited him to the school, I have yet find a... Okay, come on, editing people. I have yet to find a use for him. The whole thing has been nothing but a waste of time. Did you say something just now, Doctor? Nothing. Nothing at all. Excuse me. Oh, hello, Shirogane. What's going on? Where did Kawara go? He is investigating another area at the moment. Only Dr. Iwamine and Nanaki are here now. Isn't Sakazaki here? I think he's walking around to calm his nerves again. He's very brave to be out and about with that scarecrow on the loose. Not brave, just impudent. Stupid mongrel. Stop pretending to be migratory and get back here so I can distract you. I wanted to occupy both of them if possible, but at least they don't realize that we suspect them yet. Just the doctor should be enough. Dr. Iwamine, I came here to ask your opinion of something. My opinion? I fear I will not be of much use to you there. My body has never required me to visit the infirmary. I have not had much occasion to talk to the doctor since moving here, but I can read his expression perfectly well all the same. It says, I'm not telling you anything. Where is Mr. Kawara? Did you have a falling out? He did seem to be suspecting me based on nothing but his own prejudice. A pity. I agree, sir. To doubt someone based merely on one's own preconceptions is... Balavarnus? Balavarnus, sir? It is nonsense. I want to stop and Google that word, but I don't want to stop because I really want to get to the end of this fucking long epilogue. That's right. I must be perfectly logical in all things. You are around as one of the most intelligent birds in the world, Doctor. I do not think that you could be involved in such a grisly crime as this. It is an honor to be praised so highly by the heir to the LaBelle family. Completely flat. Does he never speak with emotion? I hold a deep respect for you, Doctor. You might not be aware, but my father owes his life to your medicine. A few years ago, your work allowed the LaBelle family to continue on to even greater glory. Is that so? I had not known. I'm afraid that I know little of the fates of the drugs that I develop. The life of but one bird may not be significant to you, but we of the LaBelle family will never forget. Oh, how wonderful. I take it your father is a figure of great respect. Of course. The family head must always be honored. It would seem that you hold your own biases even more dearly than Mr. Kawara holds his. Almost like the foundation of your very existence. I would rather like to see the expression on your face when that foundation collapses. This doctor's so fucking... he's such a jerk. And a murderer. That too, you know.